Hello guys, Bud here with Dependable Lawn Care, and it's finally the day to demonstrate the RBG 934 in action. We have had just rain after rain after rain. In fact, it rained this morning and it's supposed to rain again tonight and all day tomorrow. So anyways, I'm just trying to get done what I can in between the freaking rains. But got the John Deere out there with the aerator and the seeder on it, ready to get some work done as soon as we have a couple days without rain. The FW15 is all ready to go. Got the mulch kit on it, mulch blades on it, so the full mulch kit. And then of course, as I mentioned before, I went ahead and left the front weight that comes off of the bagger system. Took the rest of the bagger system off completely. I don't intend to use that until, maybe in the fall if I use it at all. I really want to try to just use this mulch kit this year, or this season rather, and just kind of see how that works. So got my spreaders out. That one's full of grass seed ready to go. I used the small one for the fertilizer. Both of the Z3s are over here, mostly cleaned up. We have been doing a few mulch jobs here and there. So underneath my deck is just kind of cluttered right now, but we've got all the gravel down so I could kind of move some of the equipment in there, start figuring out where I want to put stuff. And another big thing coming up is that I've got a carport coming in for this area right here. I've got a 20 by 26 carport I'm gonna be putting there. So where the John Deere is at and the rabbit hutches, those would all be covered up. The rabbit hutches will be gone. The buddy of mine that I made those for should be coming to get them any day. But anyway, back to what we were talking about, the RBG 934. I'm going to set up the camera, and I've got my FW15 blades, just my standard blades. They're already sharp, but I just wanted to see how they worked because these are the smallest blades I have. They work just fine on this. And then of course I've got my Skag mulch blades that I used when I was doing X blades this year. I want to see how it works with the wavy blades. And then these are my standard blades on my 52-inch mower, and they still have the paint on them. And of course, like a lot of new blades, they're not completely sharp. They run them down pretty close to an edge, but they don't put the final edge on them. So it'd be kind of a good show of how well it takes the edge or finishes the edge, because it'll knock off the black paint where it sharpens it. So I've got my safety gear ready to go, eyes and ears. My garage is just a mess right now. Almost everything over here is the equipment that's going to go in the trailer when I get it. It's delayed. It was actually supposed to be here today. I was supposed to go pick it up, and they're running behind. Actually, they're already a week behind, but they're running behind on it. So hopefully soon, any day now, I'll be getting that, but not today. So that's fine. I've given you some time to get some other things done. But anyway, all of this equipment goes in the trailer. The wheelbarrow over here is full of equipment that goes in the trailer. Actually, pretty much everything in the wheelbarrow was off of the front shelf of the trailer. So my garage is just kind of a wreck right now. I really can't hardly do anything with everything in the way. But I was able to get the workbench out here so we can set up our sharpening station and go to it. So let me So these mulching blades have been sharpened, obviously, with a hand grinder before, and so getting them back to the proper edge, proper angle, it's taken quite a bit off in some areas, and then in some areas it's barely touching, and that's fine. But if you look at the actual edge, it brought the edge down to just perfect angle and sharpness. So that's a wavy blade. Like I said, I'll have to run those through a couple times to even get them at the proper angle and everything. But now that I've played with that a little bit, I want to switch over to the regular blades. All right, so takes some getting used to on my part, just because I haven't really used this thing yet. But a couple things I noticed right away is, one, once you kind of get the feel for it, it's really smooth. The edge is just perfect. I mean, like, perfect angle, perfect depth, everything, and it produces no heat. I mean, this blade is warm, but you saw me take it off the grinder disc after I had taken all the paint off and even taken some of the material off, and just laid it right on my skin. I mean, it's warm to the touch, but it's definitely not hot, so it's not producing any heat, even though I was running it through multiple passes to knock the paint off and to take the actual grooves out of it from the factory edge. No heat whatsoever. So that's great for your blades, because, as you know, if you get your blades hot when you're sharpening them, they'll lose their temper, lose their hardness, and then they dull up even easier and faster. So I'll probably leave this video raw audio. It didn't really seem like it was making a whole lot of noise, honestly, for what it was doing. But let me show you. There is a little bit of a mess. The catcher back here catches probably, I'd say probably at least 75% of it, but there is a little bit of grinder dust here on the table. So I wouldn't want to do this inside, which is why I brought it out here. But the nice thing about it is, out here I can blow this off real quick or sweep it off with my dustpan, and all the mess stays outside. Which is why I built the workbench in the first place. For the most part, was just for this purpose. But anyway, so that's how it works, guys. Wavy blades, it did fine. Like I said, there again, it's just more of me getting used to it than anything. But it did sharpen it just fine. It actually is starting to correct the edge already on that. And then, just your standard blades, knock those out really nice. And then the FW15 blades, which are a really small blade, comparable to like a Toro Time Master or Turf Master, you know, one of those size mowers. My mower's a 32, and I think those are 30s. So that size blade, you know, handles everything you'd need to do. Of course, you know, you're not going to buy this if you're a homeowner. This is on a commercial scale, professional scale, you know, whatever you want to say. But I know for me, our business, we sharpen blades on at least 2 mowers, if not 3 mowers, at least once a week. And so we're doing a lot of sharpening, and this thing is going to get a pretty good workout, and I'll be able to tell, you know, by the end of the season at least, I'll be able to tell how long the disc is going to last. So as far as how well that's going to hold up, if I'll get a whole season out of it or not. And I'm actually going to keep a tally on how many sets of blades we sharpen with it, because I want to know, you know, exactly how many sets I can get through on one disc. And that's on a 52-inch mower, a 61-inch mower, and a 32. The 2 bigger mowers are all 3-blade mowers, and then of course the 32 is a 2-blade mower. So anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you guys, your views, your likes. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and get out there and make some money, and we'll catch you on the next one.